Have you ever been in an orchestra? That's the interesting thing, and there's a lot of people who really love orchestra because there are so many musicians, performers who perform, and that music is amazing. And I would love to speak about four groups of people that represents an orchestra. And after that, I would love to share my perspective and analogy with those four groups. And the first group always is spectators. So when I look at the spectators, of course, this group is the biggest because they are coming to see the orchestra, and there's these thousands, potentially could be thousands of people who coming to see the orchestra. Now, second group is musicians. So musicians are people who have worked very hard to learn the instrument, and they are performing with a huge group, hundreds of people that different instruments they performing together to make that a huge art. Now, number three group is solo or soloist. So that means a person who worked very hard to reach extraordinary level in that specific instrument or even voice to be able to perform on them all on their own just for a little bit and just to share their capabilities to majority of people. And the last group, and there's only one person per orchestra, is conductor. A conductor is responsible of whole orchestra to make sure that everything runs smoothly, and he manages the speed, pace, and everything in that orchestra. Now, when I think about life and how people manage their views and perspectives and how they choose their lifestyle, it's very similar. So there's four types. There is spectators. So that means a lot of people choose to be spectators. They do not join any teams. They do not join anything. They just watch games. They football, soccer, volleyball, any kind. But they never join the team. Sometimes maybe they play for a hobby, but they never join a team, and just they choose to be spectators. Now, second group is musicians or teammates. So, for example, you can be playing much more and start to reach levels when people and clubs invite you to play for them, and you become more competitive or reach levels that really you want to join some kind of group and be more. People are willing to pay even money to see your performance. Now, number three level, and is when you really start reaching high levels and you put a lot of effort, when you put 10,000 hours on one skill and you reach level when you become a soloist. So that could be in basketball, LeBron James, in um, golf, Tiger Woods, there's soccer, Ronaldo, people who really reach levels when people realize that they are stars. And the last level is conductor. So that means the leader. People who have reached levels of CEOs who's managing a lot of people and managing the company together to move somewhere. And a basketball coach. There's a lot of coaches who are able to bring a whole team and a soloist, a leader, and a star of the team, putting all everything together and move that vehicle to success to succeed. So ask yourself where you want to be. Do you want to be a spectator? You don't need to do anything. Do you want to be a musician or a team member? That means that you need to allocate time, really build your skill in something. Do you want to be a soloist, a star? That means you really need to start asking what kind of time you need to allocate because that would require some sacrifice to reach that level. And the last level is conductor, a leader, and that's requires all your life to improve, get better, and sacrifice a lot of things to make sure that you're able to reach that level.